Today, from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Andy Dalton and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions.
Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. They come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early season bye.
And usually you hope your bye comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get fresh legs back, you take that time and you run with it.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. A first carry for the All-Pro running back, it's Josh Jacobs. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now this defense for the Lions, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
Yeah, they only allowed 13 points, and you can poll all 32 coaches, and I guarantee you they'd say, we'll take that every single week. But let me think about that for a second. Maybe there'd be one contrarian that would say, give me 10.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Throwing, Dalton. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Dalton, 1st and 10. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. To throw here, Dalton. Now they go screen, it's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Costly there. You wipe out the first down, you also move further back.
No doubt about it. So you went from moving the sticks to them staying in the same spot, except for that one guy carrying the yard marker. He moves back farther.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. York able to send this one through, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
He takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Douglas, the man in motion. Now they'll fake the jet sweep and run up the middle with Henry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. So, Charles, you look at this offense. What a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the 1st round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. They'll run it again with Henry. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
To throw is Goff. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Inside handoff, Henry. Brought down by Ed Oliver. Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. They'll run for the first time here with Kyren Williams. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 24-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. A 1st down carry for Henry. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. The Lions at a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. And they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down. Henry up the middle. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Derrick Henry with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Lions have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. 2nd and 10. Andy Dalton. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it looks like the offense did get the football back, but it is clearly in that end zone, and it's going to be a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point. From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Henry. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Now Goff on first down. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Goff now looks to throw, and this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. He's got his target. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Alexander Johnson there on the stop.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
They set up the screen for Henry. Muscles him off. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. A 10-play drive that time, and Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And Dalton to throw. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. They'll give him 4 yards there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. This time they stay on the ground. Taking it right down Broadway. How about this? Racing to the end zone. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Lions to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. On 1st down, Goff. He'll drop this down to Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Off play action. Here's Goff. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 69 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw, Goff. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Again to Henry. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Goff. Well, this is caught by Williams. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. They'll run. It's Henry. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
To throw on 2nd down is Goff. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Lions are able to stretch out their lead. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Dan Campbell makes the call. His guys will go for 2 here. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the 2nd half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Running straight ahead is Jacobs, and only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Here's Tressway now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now a handoff to Henry. Now he's loose again. Then he will finally be taken down, but how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And this is a quick slant to Lockett. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Lions add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Dalton's throw into the hands of Reynolds here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Now Dalton. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Another chance for Dalton. This pass is caught by London. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Here's Dalton. Throws right back to London, complete again. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. First and 10 for Dalton. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Here now, 2nd and 4. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. So Dalton now. Over the middle, complete. It's Reynolds. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Despite only needing 1, Dalton to throw. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Quentin Johnston, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by York is up and good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Throwing now, Goff. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Goff. That is caught, and he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Now Goff. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Tyler Lockett with career touchdown number 60. And the Lions have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a Tyler Lockett touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Targets and finds Reynolds once more. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion. And that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. They go with Jacobs. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed he did not. They stop him. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Lions looking like they're going to come away with a victory. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Lions, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Tampa.